Hi everyone, it's Sophia here. Today we're going to talk about IR35. How will it affect freelancer and what you need to do after the IR35 legislation start. So the following video is not a financial advice, it's only my personal sharing. So first, to explain what is IR35. So IR35 is an anti-avoidance tax legislation designed to tax disguise employment at a rate similar to employment. So in a simpler term, is meaning this new rule will catch anyone who are trying to avoid the employment tax. So this new rule IR35 will start coming into effect on the 6th of April 2021. Then I'm going to explain who the rules applies to. So firstly, it's a worker who provide their service through their intermediary, a client who receive service from a worker through their intermediary, an agency providing a worker service through their intermediary. So next we're going to move on to how is IR35 status determined. So there's three areas to look into. The first is control. What degree of supervision, direction and control does your end client have over what, how, when and where you complete your contract and day-to-day work? Second, personal service. Are you required to carry out the work yourself or can you send someone in your place? Thirdly, maturity of obligation. Is your client obliged to offer you work and are you obliged to accept it? Then we move on to who can be exempt from the IR35. The answer is the small company can be exempt from the IR35 rules. So the company has the annual turnover is to be less than £10.2 million a year, a balance sheet of total less than £5.1 million a year, and then the employee has to be less than 50 person in the company. So now I'm going to talk through an example to show you how this will work after the IR35 is started to kick in. So if your annual total contracting fee are £33,000 a year, after your expenses around £3,000, your gross earning are £30,000 a year. So your current net monthly income after tax is £2,080 a year. If you are assessed as a deemed employee inside the IR35 rule basically, then your earnings are treated as an employment income like a salary. Your monthly net income then decreases £157, which will reduce to £1,923 a month. This assumes that your clients or agency are paying their own employment tax and not passing them on to you. If your client or agency pay extra monthly employees NI, that's like 13.8%, which is £278, and monthly apprenticeship levy is like 0.5%, which makes £13 on top of your agreed contract rate. These additional annual employment taxes are due by the employer, which are £3,506. So due to the hiring cost has been increased by 10% in total, then you will need to increase your amount of total salary, your annual salary, to £36,506 in order to make the same of before the IR35 rules have kicked in. This 10% is only to assuming that your employer doesn't pass on the employment tax on to you. So if they do pass this on to you, which you will also need to be increasing your salary to make up the difference. Some of these companies might be still trying to avoid paying all these employment tax, so they might push you into signing up with an umbrella company, which they said umbrella scheme, which effectively it will reduce your costs even more because the fee is around 9.3%, which is every £20 is £1.86 will be deducted from your salary, and your net monthly income will also be reduced by 15%, which will be becoming £1,749. So in order to earn the same amount of money before the IR35 kick in, but if they pushes you towards an umbrella company, you will need to increase your salary by 22% in order to earn the same as before. So here is the simple guide of how much you need to increase your salary after the IR35 is kicked in. For example, if your earning is £20 per hour before the IR35 kicking in, and after the IR35 rules start, your employer is willing to pay for all their own tax, then you will only need to increase your salary by 10%, which is £22 per hour. But if your employer doesn't want to pay their own tax anymore and pushes you towards the umbrella company, you will need to increase your salary by 22%, which is £24 per hour, in order to earn the same as before. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe and press the bell button. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.